I am participating in Smogon's 2025 Draft Autumn Seasonal. It's a tournament where players are required to draft a team of unique Pokemon and compete against each other weekly until one of them is crowned the champion. The way drafting works is that players are divided into different pools, where you and 7 other participants take turns drafting a team of 8 Pokemon. You are given a total of 90 points to do so, and each Pokemon allowed in the tour has a specific point value assigned to it. There are also Terra Captains, which are the only Pokemon in your team capable of Terra Stylizing. You get 28 out of 90 points to pick 2 to 3 Terra Captains, and some Pokemon may cost more to Terra Stylize than their actual cost. I was pick number 5 in the pool, which isn't a good position to be in because the best Pokemon will always be picked first. So when I saw that the third most expensive Pokemon, Great Tusk, was still on the board, I immediately jumped at the chance and grabbed it. Great Tusk is arguably the best entry hazard control option in the tier, having access to both Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin, and even Knockoff to catch ghost types trying to spin block. It also has amazing coverage in moves like Temper Flare, Ice Spinner, and Supercell Slam, and its roll compression and versatility are off the charts. Whether it's being an offensive sweeper or a defensive backbone, it is capable of doing anything and everything. For my next Pokemon, I decided to pick a dedicated sweeper and the first Terra Captain for the team, Raging Bolt. It may be a little slow compared to other sweepers in the tier, but it more than makes up for it with its amazing natural typing and insane bulk, which is further amplified by all the different Terra types it is capable of abusing. It also has access to priority in Thunderclap, momentum in Volt Switch, and some very neat utility options in Taunt and Roar. For my third pick, I drafted Iron Bundle. While not my first choice for speed control, it's one of the fastest Pokemon available in the tier. It doesn't exactly learn a ton of moves, but I believe just the pure power and combination of Water Stab plus Freeze Dry can prove to be very dangerous for most drafts out there. Plus it gets access to Flip Turn to keep momentum going and utility moves like Taunt and Encore that will make sweeping with Raging Bolt a lot easier. My fourth pick was Tinkaton. Having one of the best dual typings of Steel and Fairy, it provides the team with a ton of resistances, not to mention immunities to Dragon and Poison moves. It also has two very useful abilities in Pickpocket and Mold Breaker, the latter of which pairs up extremely well with its awesome utility move pool of Encore, Thunder Wave, and Stealth Rock. Having two Stealth Rock users on your team is also great because you won't have to rely on one to do so and can use either in more offensive capacities. At this point in the draft, my offensive core was complete, and I was looking to patch up the remaining defensive holes while adding a couple of utility options. So I decided to grab Mandibuzz. Along with its great bulk, it provides two much needed immunities to Ground and Psychic, along with the resistance to Ghost. It is capable of removing hazards, screens, and terrains using Defog. It spreads status with the help of Toxic. Foul Play and Whirlwind are great for putting a stop to setup sweepers, and because of its ability Overcode, it is immune to Spore. Most importantly, it has access to U-turn, so it's never dead weight on the team. My next pick was a little unorthodox when it comes to my draft, Basque Legion. I needed a ghost type for the team, and while there were arguably better options available on the board, I found value in Basque Legion's mix of insane offensive prowess and decent bulk. I mean, adaptability boosted Wave Crashes hurt, not to mention the priority Aquajet, but the main attraction that made me actually finalize this mon for the team was the fact that you are allowed to use both the male and female versions of Basque Legion while only paying for one, which is great because both forms of Basque Legion work differently. One is a physical attacker while the other is a special one. That's why I also decided to make Basque Legion my second Terra Captain. Most of the time I will be Terra Stylizing Raging Bolt, but in matchups where I decide not to, a Basque Legion that can boost its adaptability, boost its stabs even further seemed like a great opportunity. For the 7th spot on my team, I wanted something that learns the move Trick or Switcheroo while also resisting ground moves. Essentially a grass type that also gets a move like U-turn or Volt Switch so it can effectively use choice items. All of these boxes were checked by only one Pokemon on the board, Rotom Mow. But Rotom Mow is no slouch. It can work defensively using moves like Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, and Pain Split, but also offensively with the help of Nasty Plot and its powerful stab Leaf Stomp. Now for the final pick, there was only one thing my team needed, a grounded poison type to absorb T-Spikes. There were several options available on the board, but I settled on Arbok because I looked at this thing's move pool and my god, I was surprised. Bro gets everything and anything. Toxic Spikes, Toxic, Switcheroo, Glare, Haze, Dragon Tail, Knockoff, Pain Split, Sucker Punch, a setup move move in Coil and tons of different coverage moves. It also has an amazing ability and Intimidate. Like this one is an absolute package and it only costs 2 points. So yeah, this is my team for the 2025 draft autumn seasonal. If you have been enjoying the regular tournament content, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're a fan of draft, hit that like button. Now let's move on to my round 1 game against Eliminathan. So their draft is a grassy terrain structure, right? Though contrary to my assumptions, they actually brought mandibles. I'm guessing to like cover for hazards, though I don't have spikes in my draft, but still, considering how bad mandibles is against my draft, because I have an Iron Bundle, Rodom, Tinkaton, and Raging Bolt, I assumed it would be Hatterene because now they don't really have dragon type moves answers. I mean, there's a Jirachi, but we'll chip it down. So anyway, my draft, how I built is that I pretty much decided that I would lead with Raging Bolt because they, if you can see their draft here, though I'll probably make a introduction video thing before the video, so you probably know what they have, but I don't know if you can see this properly. You can, but they don't have a ground type in their draft, basically what I'm trying to say. So that means I can lead with the Raging Bolt. They let Samurott, so I'm not gonna use my Terra Electric because I don't really need to. Instead, I'd immediately just go for a Volt Switch. By the way, yeah, let me just get that Caltex there. But I forgot to look at their Terras. Terra Bug on the Raging Bolt, I expected that. The other Terra type is Appleton, they didn't bring it. I'm just gonna Volt Switch out. Since they don't have any ground type, they can't Terra the Samu, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna get a free Volt Switch here, and then I have answers. They are Scarf. Great, Samurott is dead with just 1 spike up, which is fine because I can Rapid Spin. They also don't have any ghost types, which is also pretty good in my opinion. So here, spike technically could be a problem here. I guess I'll go Rodom because Rodom doesn't take spike damage for now, and it's good because I can spread Wisp and stuff. I have Rindoberry Iron Bundle, so like if I get to, I'd like to catch it with a catch the Rillaboom with it. Though I didn't want to go into it right now because I'm not sure if they're banned or anything like that. So Raging Bolt came out. It's not booster. What I'm gonna do is I could Volt Switch, but I think Light Screen seems like the best play, so I'm gonna do that. They immediately click Calm Mind. And I'm gonna Volt Switch out, and I believe go into Tink since they don't have a Hatterene. I don't think I need Tink that much, and I can force the Terra out and go for the Play Rough and stuff. So I'll just do that. Just gonna go for Play Rough. Shouldn't do that much. Thunderbolt. They might be afraid of Encore, obviously. The Terra bugged. Not afraid of Encore, I guess. Thunderbolt. I'm gonna go for a Gigaton because I don't die right now, and then I can Thunder Wave if they wanna try to clap. I got a crit, that's kinda lucky, but I'll take it. Let's just T-Wave here. If they wanna go for Thunderclap. They went with Thunderbolt. That means I can I go bundle and knock it out? No. But I mean, I have a Tusk, so it doesn't really matter, right? Oh wow, it actually does. That might be bulky. Yeah, I don't have Stone Edge. So I could Rapid Spin. Ooh, it's kind of tricky, huh? I probably should attack. The best case scenario is if I just go max out attack. So we're just gonna headlong here. Yeah. Best case scenario, they stay paralyzed. They Dracoed, which is fine. And I believe now I can just go Rotom. Considering how much Headlong did, I'm pretty sure I think I got a lower roll there because I had Booster Energy. Where's Booster Energy there? Oh, I can just activate this. Yeah, 35, 34. They may be bulky, but I don't know. That stuff. So they are bulky. That means if I'm just calculating max HP, Then Rotom still should most likely knock it out, so we just voltage. I mean, Thunderclap isn't a problem anyway. And I'm faster than this. Yeah. Maybe I should have burned it, to be honest. Burning it probably was a better idea if I had to. Yes. But here, somewhat tricky because they could be Scarf, but considering it's their Stealth Rocker, kind of want to go Raging Bolt. Okay, great. That means I can go Terra Electric and just spam Thunderbolt. Oh, they're faster, so they're running max speed. Raging Bolt does go down. Well, yeah, they relied on speed, which I guess I should have calculated, and probably like, I mean, I am also running Timid, so that's kind of annoying, but I'm hoping they don't have a Jolly Sneasler. Going Sneasler there is crazy. I'm gonna go Arbok though, for sure. I'm hoping this is Grassy Seed, but we'll see. Dark Claw, that's completely fine. I got Helmet. They paralyzed me. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna knock off here. Trying to knock the Jirachi if anything. Great, got the leftovers off. And just gonna go Rotom because I have Helmet Chip. Oh, there's Spadef. That's good. That's good actually. So they're faster than 270. Should most likely Light Screen here. They wished. Let's spread Wisp. Oh, Encore. God, Jirachi is so annoying. Jirachi is actually so annoying. Got the Light Screen, but Wish, U-turn, Psychic, Encore. I should have. Maybe I should have gone with Booster Energy Bolt. Terra Electric Raging Bolt is good, but I should have calculated the damages on Jirachi. It didn't do enough. Well, to be fair, I should have Volt Switched out because they had a Raging Bolt sack, so I kind of choked there. But what can I do here? I mean, I got Wisp, so let's go Arbok. Maybe the U-turn, or if anything. They Psychicked. Okay, that's fine. Let's just knock. Iron Bundle. Spadef, Jirachi. Let's just go Hydro Pump and we'll see what we can do. Honestly, I think I should have baited the Rillaboom in. I honestly should have baited the Rillaboom in. Let's Encore this into it. Yeah, baiting the Rillaboom in and then using Encore substitute for Raging Volt was probably the better idea. Though I am very surprised that they did not scout or go for the Encore play. Honestly, that was crazy to me. Let's just go for Ice Beam Freezes. I kind of have to at this point. Got the Mandibuzz, that's great. Kind of have to go for Ice Beam Freezes, or maybe just hope that they're adamant. Sneeze. Oh, they seem to be. Yeah, they seem to be jolly. I guess they're not running. I mean, I'll switch out for now, but CC, okay, let's just Volt Switch out. CC's again. Raging Bolt because I can threaten a Thunderclap. They can just switch out and then come back in again, so I'm gonna have to Thunderbolt here. There's no reason for them to actually sack this, right? There's no way. Especially if it's Jolly. Like, maybe they're banded or something. Why Slog get a Rillaboom though if you're not gonna run Grassy Seed? I don't get it. I guess, yeah, I should have prepped for different sets other than Grassy terrain team. So I guess that's the lack of prep. I mean, I'm new to draft, so yeah, I gotta get used to what people can do and stuff. And I gotta get used to covering everything with my draft. But yeah, tough situation. I think I also should have set priorities that if I'm running the Rindoberry tech, then I should try. Oh, they went Rillaboom. That is, yeah, doing a. it's doing nothing. They're probably AV. Yeah, I should have gone with the thing, honestly. Yeah. It's Rindoberry. It might survive since they're AV, but yeah, they got a Sneasler, so it's GG. Unfortunate. I mean, I'm not out of the tournament yet because it's a Swiss. So if I lose 3 games, but yeah, definitely gotta work on my prep, I think, and definitely gotta just go trust the sets I'm running, right? So if I go through this replay, first of all, I don't think thunderclapping was a good idea there. So like, I'm glad that I just clicked the voltage and got the KO on Samurott. That was good. Though it did way more damage than I expected, not gonna lie. It did a ton of damage than I expected. But light screen was great here, but I should have just voltaged out into Iron Bundle because I had substitute Encore for that exact stuff. Though I was trying to bait a Tinkerton Encore, but they didn't fall for it. They didn't go Jirachi or anything and just decided, hey, I'm gonna tear a bug, which honestly, in my opinion, is a pretty bad play, especially if I was Encore. Yeah, because you were gonna use your Terra, lose all your boosts. Well, I guess Terra is, they only have the Terra to use on the Mon, but still, if I had Encore, you're kind of losing all the momentum, which I didn't agree with, but sure. But yeah, I shouldn't have been greedy and trying to bait the thingy that I had. Instead, I should have gone Iron Bundle, went with the Encore on the Calm Mind. Even if I lose Bundle, first of all, there's no way they would have clicked Thunderbolt there, in my opinion. There's no way they would have clicked Thunderbolt. It was either Calm Mind again or a greedy Dragon Pulse, which I may have been able to handle, honestly. So yeah, especially with light screen up. Or I could have just immediately volt switched, thinking that yeah, they would Calm Mind and immediately go Bundle and Encore. So that was also that. Probably should have gone for that. And then didn't get the KO here, which was unfortunate, but they were probably bold. So I probably should have, instead of Ice Spinner, which I put in for Rillaboom, I think I should have gone for Stone Edge. That would have helped with Terra Bug, Raging Bolt, which I did know is a possibility, but I didn't really prep for it specifically. I was leaning towards like Fairy and Grass and stuff because of grassy terrain, but that was the mistake. So Stone Edge for covering Mandibuzz and this guy was probably better than Ice Spinner to cover just Rillaboom, right? So that's second mistake. First one was not relying on the Iron Bundle deck. Second was, well, 3 mistakes technically, because I didn't go into Iron Bundle when I could have, because I knew Rotom is a big Raging Bolt. Set of water. I knew that, so I should have gone Iron Bundle first. Then second should have volt switched into Iron Bundle to get the Encore. And third, well, technically it's the first mistake because it was in the prep. I didn't put Stone Edge and decide to put Stone Edge on the task. And then moving on, we got Breakout, unfortunate, got the Rotom, clicked Volt Switch on the Jirachi, that's fine. I also could have Wisped the Raging Bolt, to be honest, that could have worked too. Decided to Volt Switch into Raging Bolt, didn't click Volt Switch here, that was also kind of a bad play. Could have Volt Switched back into Rotom or something like that. Though this did way too much damage. Oh, they crit me and then they paralyzed me too. Well, para I don't think mattered that much, but yeah. They did crit me, which sucked, I guess. I think instead of Haze, I probably could have brought Glare on Arbok, though I was worried that if Arbok was the choice of Raging Bolt to set up on, or maybe like something like Jirachi decided to set up on Arbok, because Jirachi does learn Calm Mind, I wanted Haze so that I can shut them down. So that's that. I didn't cover for Wish. Yeah, I honestly, when I thought about Jirachi, I completely forgot about Wish. So that was probably that, because Jirachi can be really bulky. So that was bad. I don't think Basculegion or Mandibuzz were any good in this matchup. But yeah, I could have done better with my Mons, basically. I think Terra Electric Raging Bolt was a great idea, but they kind of prepped for it with a AV Rillaboom, right? So Maybe I'm thinking boost energy may have been better with, especially with like Terra Poison or something to cover with for Rillaboom and also just cover for Raging Bolt. But yeah, sacked the Arbok there, went with bundle, they wished, I encored them, sacked the Mandibuzz. Yeah, this right here. What the Grassy Seed? No, they weren't. So they were probably just running Jolly Bandit, which I also didn't really uh, thought would be a possibility because they're running grassy terrain. Really, like it. They kind of drafted a team that's on paper or in theory looks like grassy terrain, but yeah, there's always options they can use. Kind of sucks to lose to a matchup that has no ground types and effectively is a bad draft in general if you think about it, because they have no ghost types and no ground types. But I still lost having Raging Board, so I kind of feel bad about it. I could have done better, but overall, yeah. Game 1 of my draft didn't go so well. I'll see you all next week with round 2. Goodbye.